don't you want to make something? Don't you want to create something with your own hands? That is something I ask myself every single day. Also, why did that intro sound like a damn children's book? Anyways, we are using my homemade oil sticks again. It has been a hot second since I cracked these motherfuckers open. And I'm excited to make something for you guys in this video. So thank you so much for having on this video. Y'all, I must be having a day because anyways, so don't do what I'm doing, by the way. These are homemade. I made these myself. I know what's in them, but it is not safe to be rubbing them on your skin. So don't do that. Don't do as I say, not as I do. But anyways, I'm just unskinning. I'm de-skinning my oil sticks. You have to de-skin them. Dude, let me stop. You don't even listen. You don't even have to watch the rest of this video. I appreciate it if you do, but I'm probably not gonna stop. Anyways, after de-skinning my oil sticks, it's time to make something. And I have this board that I've had for probably like 5 years. I just sold it a long time ago. It's the backing of a picture frame that I no longer have. The cheese. So why not? You know? And I did do some thumbnail sketches to see what the vibe was because it's a skinny board. I did choose between these two, and I ended up doing a mix of the two anyways, and I just went right at it. Apologies in advance for the next 2 minutes. My hair will be covering half the screen. I was not aware of the camera angle, and I feel kind of dumb editing this, and then I'm like, oh, I can't see what you're doing. So please have grace. Listen, it's my first time making a video. Anyways, God, I can yap. Doesn't it just feel nice to be able to just yap into the abyss? But let's get back on topic because I had an idea of what this video should be about. And it is, don't you want to make something? I am 1,000% sure I've touched on this topic many a times before, but it is more prevalent now with all this AI crap going on. And I'm like, don't you want to say that you've made something? Do people on this earth want to make stuff anymore? Like, and I'm not even just talking about art. I'm talking about just the idea of creating, thinking of something and making it, whether it is a song, a dance, whether it is an art piece, a damn poem, a story, like literally anything. Don't you want to be a firefighter? Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Because things are getting ridiculous. And let me be a little more specific because I'm not just saying that people are not making things anymore or creating things. Because let's be real, there's a lot of things being created right now and it's slop. But I will say people are cutting corners. So many, even artists that I've known in the past and I've really liked are starting to take the cheapest, most sloppy way out to try and, I don't know, be more efficient. I've said this before. We are not machines. We are not machines. Especially when it comes to art, when it's an expression of self, why the hell do we need to be efficient? Obviously, if it's a commission and there's deadlines, blah, 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 that's a different story. But even then, that is no excuse to use AI for your stuff. Are you not creative? Do you not have a thought in your brain at all? And the thing is, a lot of people will be like, well, they just used it for reference photo. Well, it's a slippery slope. I mean, you start using it for your reference photo. You start using it for your ideas. You start using it for your paintings in general. Like sooner or later, this is sad to say, but let's be real. In the next 5 years, I can literally see an AI robot painting the same way Jackson Pollock, Frida Kahlo, Van Gogh. I can see them mimicking that exact style with actual paint. Think about it. We are not that far off from that. The artists that are doing this crap are literally expediting that. We are heading there faster because it is a slippery slope. We are slowly but surely headed that way. But it's a tool. It's a tool to help me create because I'm not creative enough. I'm lazy. Then you weren't meant to create anything. Listen, this is going to be controversial. I might sound crazy and super mean by saying this, but I truly do believe anybody can be an artist. Anyone. And I mean true artist, not a generative, whatever. But I don't think everybody was meant to be one. Does that make sense? Like, anybody can become one, not everybody should become one. Take that with a grain of salt before you head into my comments, but hear me out. Learning how to draw is a skill. Learning how to paint is a skill. Learning how to drive, wash dishes, read, and write. Those are the average things that a human learns throughout their life. But it's the small human things that we add to it that make it exceptional. But obviously, some of us were born with, special talents. Like, for instance, singing, right? Someone could have the most amazing voice ever. I can never learn how to sing like Whitney Houston, Celine Dion. There's no way I can sing like Mariah Carey. But I could technically learn how to paint like Picasso, Da Vinci, John Singer Sargent, Gustav Klimt. Like, I truly believe anybody could spend X amount of time learning how to paint exactly like them and succeed. However, it was their ideas, it was their techniques that they taught themselves and discovered themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you want to do something like that? It was the ideas. It's been the ideas the whole time. It was them trying something different. Hold that thought. I'm actually going to interrupt. It's the next day, and I am going to try and finish it. I don't like it. This first one was the sketch. Then I'm kind of merging the second sketch in with that. But I don't know if I like it. Honestly, I should have went with this. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, the texture is really, really cool looking. The only thing that I don't love is the lack of contrast. Also the lack of like luminosity. There's no real, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels very muted no matter how much white I use. But that could be also because most of the colors that I did make are very, they're opaque, but they're not bright. They're not that bright, except maybe, the yellows and then this green right here. And then, I do have some blue. Halfway through making this, I wanted to give up, mainly because I haven't painted or done any art in a long time. I wasn't having fun anymore. So I took a step back. I was like, yep, I gotta stop before I just, completely ditch this idea or just mess it up. That's always a good time to step away when you're no longer having fun, but also you no longer care about the outcome. And that's what I've learned in the recent years. And you know what? At the end of the day, I don't have to just use the oil sticks. I could use a paintbrush and some regular paint to really unify this. And I think that's what I might do. I might just finish the bottom here, go in with some oil paint and maybe some linseed oil to really, get some vibrancy and some shine. But I love the texture. Oh my gosh, the texture is juicy. Really quick, let's talk about this piece. I was liking it. I was digging it. I like the colors. I probably should have stuck with just the oil sticks that I made because I do end up going in with a lot of oil paint on top. And it almost defeats the purpose of using the oil sticks because I covered up quite a bit. But I'll let you figure it out. Back to what I was saying. I'm pretty sure I've used this analogy before, so if you've heard it before, my bad. But if you have two options in front of you, and one option is being an amazing singer, and you can sing any song, and it sounds absolutely amazing, but the caveat is that you are terrible at making your own music. Or the opposite, would you rather be able to compose beautiful music and beautiful lyrics, but be a terrible singer? My next question would be, what is the most creative out of the two options? What option gives you the best creative expression? And before you argue, well, I'm a good singer, so I could, sing it in a better way or whatever. No, no, no. You can't compose at all. Obviously, this is not a perfect analogy because art and music and singing, it's all subjective. But humor me here because, I will say this is going to sound shady, but I do look at people in a different way when they do pick option one. Obviously, not in a bad way. I just look at the way they value creativity and making things. Let me ask you this. Do you think the Beatles were known for their lyrics or their voice? If you had to pick one, I'm curious. In my opinion, it's the latter. Do you think Rothko would be Rothko if he knew how to paint like Michelangelo? Jean-Michel Basquiat, or you could say Basquiat, is known for his style, his creativity in storytelling and expression. Now, there are millions of Basquiat impersonators, especially on social media, and some of them are really good. I'm not gonna lie, some of them kind of fooled me, but like at the end of the day, they're not Basquiat, and their style and ideas become trivial because it's just copy. It just seems like a copy. Let's go back to singing real quick. Do you ever scroll on social media or have like a favorite very niche singer that has made a cover of your favorite song and they're just an amazing singer, but you've never seen them release their own music? Do you think there's a reason why? Do you ever see someone on social media and they call themselves an artist or whatever, but you never really actually see their art? They just talk about the do's and don'ts of art and how to achieve XYZ style, but you never see their actual art. Or you do see their artwork and it just looks like a master copy of a master copy that's a little watered down. Right. Because I do. I see a lot of them. No shade. Do you think there's a reason why 90% of the movies we see in movie theaters now are just somebody's reheated nachos from like only a decade ago? Why we're seeing these remakes over and over again? I mean, some people truly believe that we've run out of ideas. Obviously, there's a lot of people who have, and a lot of people who are in power have. Excuse me, I have to clear my throat. I guess what I'm trying to say is that this world is difficult enough to maneuver and get around, but now we have to battle AI coming from for literally everything. And the lack of ideas and the lack of creativity is also following that. And in my opinion, that is when we officially lose. There is no coming back. Once creativity is dead, I want to follow suit. And if you disagree, so be it. I've come to the conclusion that the people who are currently using AI, there's nothing I can say to deter you from using it. There's nothing you can say to justify using it. And there's nothing you can say to make me want to use it. So there's no point in wasting anybody's time here. If you disagree, maybe you can generate an artist to watch on YouTube, one that you do like, respectfully. But you have the tools. Go ahead. Go ahead. Well, damn. After all that, I don't know what else to talk about. I feel like I've said my piece. So let's talk about this paint. Let's talk about this painting. Was not feeling the black background. It felt a little too like this was just a ball of meat. I do end up switching it up a little bit, but I don't think I ended up recording it. But yeah, this was probably my favorite face to paint. It did take a while because, as you can see, I switched up a lot of things and I took some reference photos of myself, mind you. And I think I found some reference photos from like an old movie for some of the other faces. It was this third face where I'm like, damn. So what was the point of using oil sticks again? Because I had painted over pretty much everything. But I still like it. I think it looks pretty cool, but I'm like, damn, maybe not using so much oil paint next time and letting some of that oil stick breathe and some of that texture. This middle face also got me heated because I was not feeling that little swoop. It looked like a little piece of candy and it was giving like Willy Wonka. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, same with this face. It really did go back and forth a lot. But I know you might need a little break from my yapping session, so I'll let y'all watch for just a little bit. I'm bored. I'm back. What else should we talk about? Let's talk about how it's almost spooky season. I get like stupid freaking excited because I am. I don't know what to make. I don't know if I'm gonna do a costume. That's my main thing. I don't know if I'm gonna do a costume this year because, not to be all poor me, but like, girl, my costume videos have never popped off on here, and I put like a little too much work into those. It gets to a point where I'm like, damn, yeah, I'm never gonna recover from this. But if you have any ideas of what you might want to watch or what you would want me to make, let me know, because I have a giant list, but it's ever growing. What else is happening? It's getting colder. Summer's over. The summer kind of sucked. I didn't swim as much as I wanted to. It's like I'm not ready for fall, but I'm kind of sick of the summer. Like, I want to make plans and do some fun stuff and shake some rump, but no one wants to do that no more. Let me shut up before I just complain. So I'll let y'all watch. I'll be back. This is the completed multi-face oil stick oil paint painting. And if you enjoy, please let me know. If you have any questions, concerns, please let me know down below. If you have any suggestions of what I should do next, also let me know down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for not using AI and being creative. The world needs it. Human creativity. Stick with it.